Hi and good morning, good afternoon. Actually, it's 11:54, Monday, the 27th of February. I just wanted to say, hey, check in, and I figured I'm going to start doing some real stuff. I don't usually do things like this. I mean, very few people know how I deal with stuff. But anyways, I figured, something? This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, um many people deal with many things many different ways. And um, I myself have like panic and anxiety disorder. Not really social phobia. I think it's more just maybe it is social phobia. I find this time of year I have a really hard time um, doing certain things, being in crowds, what have you, because we are so closed in. And when I tell people that COVID did a number on me, that's what I was trying to say. I've worked really hard not to go through a lot of the anxiety and the panic through the years. But when COVID happened, putting a freaking mask on me was not a great thing. Um, Shutting down the world, shutting down life that I worked so hard to be able to function in. And unless you experience panic disorder or anxiety, really, you don't understand it. And I know a lot of people now, especially with the pandemic, have now experienced it. If that makes any sense what I'm saying. And it's been really hard. I've been dealing with a few medical issues um, uh, that are actually, in the process of getting addressed. The only thing is I just refuse surgery. Reason being, back in 2013, I had complex hyperplasia, which is cancer of the uterus. And was not freaking impressed doing that. However, I did it. And because I had previous mesh, because I had an incarcerated hernia 2 years prior that, I was already reinforced with patches of mesh. And they were trying to figure out if they were going to do the Da Vinci on me, basically robotic, or open me up, which they had to open me. Anyways, so to make a long story short, the same year I ended up having another surgery because I developed a grapefruit-sized hernia. So, excuse me. And then 2 years after that, I had a diverticular rupture. So, I'm not a fan of surgery whatsoever. So, in the midst of all this, 2000, what the hell was it? 2018, yeah, I blew my back out. And then COVID happened. So I medicated which is what you do. But I wanted to do more edibles than marijuana. I'm sorry. Yeah, smoking it. Instead of smoking, I was doing edibles, but I was trying to see what worked better for me. And pain med. Well, I haven't touched anything for about a month because I'm trying to lower my blood pressure. So in the midst of all that, I've actually, which has not been fun, but they are trying me on a few different meds, blah, blah, blah. So again, I already have anxiety, panic disorder, add that to it. So I've been a little freaking bit of a mess. But I'm working through it because that's what I do. I freak the shit out sometimes, and then I'm like, okay, and work through things. And I think this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do what I was doing by this page, YouTube, my Facebook page, because sharing, opening up, I have found has been very therapeutic, but it's also opened up several other people as well. I have a lot of people that will reach out to me and share their stories about abuse they went through as a child, their history of panic and anxiety, drug addiction, um, you know, etc. And I call those my people, because to work through many things is hard work. That makes, yeah, it is. It's really hard work. It breaks my heart because I know a lot of kids are suffering now too because of the pandemic. And that really sucks because they're, like I've said in my last video, they're our future. And I'm actually connecting with a girl. We're going to try to FaceTime because she wants to start a branch too up her way. And I'm like, rock on. You know, this affects us one way or another. It has issues like this: panic, anxiety, depression, poor self-esteem, blah blah blah, which, mind you, I never had, because that is what I did to survive. People were like, holy shit, when you walk in a room you act like you own it. I had to work on a lot of stuff. Many people would have called me bossy, controlling. I think one friend called me, she said I was kind of a bully. I'm like, nah, I mean, I whatever, I know that I'm sorry for a lot of things that I did, and how I behaved growing up. But I wasn't like that was my thing, how I dealt with it. I didn't engage in drugs or alcohol or sexual behavior, blah blah blah. Everybody has their own way. My way was controlling and bossy and move out of my way. And if I wanted it, I wanted it, and I'd go get it. And that really hasn't changed much. However, I've learned to kind of, the older I'm getting and the healthier I'm getting, that behavior doesn't work anymore because I'm not that person anymore. Because when I really started breaking the ice, in writing my book, knowing that I wanted to be at the final step of everything I've worked really hard on, I knew this was going to happen. A lot of stuff was going to start changing. I was going to be changing. Life was going to be changing. My outlook was going to be changing, and it has. Right now in life, we're trying to lower my blood pressure, and we're, take care of my back and my mesh, which I will get that taken care of. It's just kind of scary, and it jacks my anxiety up quite a lot because, medical and everything was shut down for so long that, that really did like a huge number on me with my anxiety. When the pandemic first started, I was like, holy shit. Because, like I said, I've worked so hard to survive in the world doing my own way of tools that everything all of a sudden stopped. And I'm like, holy shit, I have no control of this, nothing. And, medical didn't start really opening back up per se to get back in there and do the whole evaluation, blah, blah, blah. I mean, when I found out that I could do a lot of stuff virtual, I was like, oh my God, that's so up my alley, because I don't like to go into the doctors. It freaks me out, even though, which is quite funny, I worked in medical for 20 years. Before I was a rep for HP. I was a liaison for Vermont Medicaid. I actually worked in doctors' offices. And I think I have white coat syndrome, or whatever they call it. But anyways, I have my birthday coming up in 10 days. Yeah. It's the 17th. And I have so much to be grateful for and happy. I'm actually going to Barrie. We booked a really nice inn at the Maple Croft, I think it's called. But I want to say it's like across the street from the hospital I was born at in Barrie, Vermont. And I think it's close to where I went to Spalding Graded. And I moved out of Barrie in 1978. And I never really went back per se. I mean, I go up and visit my parents' stone at Hope Cemetery, but I was in my own, I had to work through some anger, uh, through some things, and I'm finally like through that, and I'm okay with everything now. I was angry at my mom for a lot of stuff when I was younger for not protecting me. But things that I've worked through, I understand her more than ever now because she didn't get handed the best, deck of cards. And I understand her more than ever now. And actually, through this year, because it's been a really tough year for me, a lot of transitioning, a lot of, family things, personal things, etc. Stepson that we won't even go there. Just a lot of drama, which I can't stand, but a lot of stuff. But you know what? They always say God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. And I literally got to the point, especially at the end of the year, I was like, holy shit, what more? And I literally was like, put my hands up at the sky to my family. And I was like, please just give me some strength. And, I'm just moving ahead. And anyways, so this year we're going to Barrie, staying at this inn. And I started thinking about a friend of mine. I gotta turn on the car because I'm waiting out front one place. It's kind of chilly. And I just remember a friend of mine, he passed away. I had seen him, passed away when he was 33. He's from Barrie. We went to the same Catholic school together. I moved out of there in 78. He and I saw each other a couple times. Steve Goslin. And I think about him all the time, especially on my birthday, because we were born on the same day. Our moms, I believe, were in the same room, if I'm right. And we always had that connection with us. And I often wonder, like, what if? I wonder what life would have been like. I wonder if he and I would have became, like, best buds. And, I would have vented to him about shit that was going on. I kept a lot of stuff, like, repressed, which as a lot of people do. But this year, I actually want to seek out where he's buried. I know he passed away when he was, like, 33. He used to work at Coca-Cola. And he actually passed away in Burlington at the Radisson at the time. He was at a Christmas party. And I remember I got wind of that, and I had seen him that fall before he passed away. He was in his Coca-Cola van. And I remember we saw each other. We were like, hey, what's going on? And I mean, he was 33. We hadn't seen each other for some time, but we always had that, like, connection. I could have I think I went like maybe 20 something, not 20, no, maybe 13 years. No, because I saw him when I was in college. But I remember we went quite some time without seeing each other, but it was still like a, hey, how you doing? And blah, blah, blah. And I think about him a lot, especially with my birthday coming up. And I'm going to do something special this year. Go up, thank my mom, because I'm finally at peace with her, and go seek out where the heck Steve is. I think he's at Hope Cemetery. And just do a reflection of me. I do have some stuff going on health-wise, but mentally I'm in a really good place. So I just need to get my physical stuff taken care of so I can have my 100% game on. But anyways, I just wanted to check in with you, say a prayer that my blood pressure will go down. I don't do any pain med anymore for my back. I don't do any edible or anything like that. I'm doing meditation and just trying to get it lowered. And we'll take one day at a time, whatever comes at me. And I got this. And I got to remind myself of this. I actually sent one of my very best friends an email today. And I was like, you know what? I got this. No matter what the frick is going to go on, I got this. I've dealt with enough shit my whole life. People say, you walk into a room and you think you own the thing. And it's like, no, my survival has always been throw your head up, tits out, and get shit done. I fall back times, I collapse, but you know what? I get myself back up, and I got this. So, anyways, checking in Monday. Just wanted to say hi, and I will talk to you later. Bye.